Hello, my name is Mark Boney. Today's date is June 1st, 2024. This is FTH 223 Hammerfire pistols. Week 2. Going to discuss failure to feed, failure to lock, and failure to unlock. The gun I am going to use is my 1911. Physically checked, free and clear of ammo. Visually checked, free and clear. Magazine well, empty, no mag in there. It's over here, and it's empty as well. I'm going to start with the feeding, and things that could cause that issue on feeding could be the magazine, the follower, the spring. Could be the spring in the magazine is wore out, broken, or whatever. That could cause a failure to feed. But there is another issue that, after doing some research, I have discovered another issue that could cause a failure to feed would be the extractor. It's if your extractor has too tight of a fit to the round, then that could cause a failure to feed. You want to be able to put your round in to the extractor after you field strip the gun and take the barrel out and everything. Just hand feed the round into the extractor. It should go in there kind of snug, but not really tight. If you put it in there and you turn it over and you're shaking it, you're kind of getting just a wiggle out there and it falls out, that might be just right. But if it won't fall out without like tapping it down or some quite a bit of force, then that could mean that your extractor is too tight, which could lead to a failure to feed. But like I said, also could be the magazine. A failure to unlock. Took me a while, and I'm still not sure if the forum that I found was describing a failure to unlock or a failure to lock, but from what I was getting, they were describing describing a failure to unlock, and that could be the fitment of the barrel to the slide, could be the feeding radius. If it's on that forum, and it was a 1911 forum, I can't remember, but they were talking about the feed ramp was a Lesnar radius ramp, and the barrel was a Clark and Para, which is a more squared fitment. Other things that could cause a failure to unlock could be burrs on the upper and lower lugs on there. They're jamming up together and not allowing anything to move because the burrs there are just jamming up. Another thing could be debris in your lugs. That could cause it. Broken springs, weak springs, not having enough force to push after you fire the round, squib loads, not enough powder in them, whatever, or just not firing. Those could all cause failure to unlock. Failure to lock, and what I'm finding, mostly they're talking about failure to lock in the opened position last round. And that could be the lug on the slide stop could be wore off to where, let me pick up my magazine here real quick. It fell on the floor. If the slide stop arm that catches the follower right here is wore off, when that follower comes up after the last round, it's slipping over the slide stop, therefore it's not raising to lock it back. So that could be an issue causing the failure to lock. Or the spring in the magazine is not strong enough, not pushing the follower all the way up like it should to lock it open on the last round as well. So it could be the spring in the magazine. It could also be your locking lugs on the top of the barrel. It could be full of debris, grime, dirt, just really packed in there, not cleaned very well. So just cleaning those out could fix that. It could be that the locking lugs are wore down and they're not fitting properly in the slide lugs with the barrel lugs, and they're just kind of riding back and forth. And there's nothing there to grip them, to hold them into place. So that could be an issue on failure to lock up. Another thing that they were saying was for the unlock was the barrel and barrel bushing. Barrel bushing is too tight of a fit around the barrel, causing it to jam up on the barrel and not allowing the slide to come all the way back. So that was another issue for the unlock. While I was doing this, I did go and look at the Gun Digest, was able to bring up the 1911. I've also got a Tech Mat gun accessory gun mat on my workbench with an exploded view of the schematic of the 1911 with the parts list on it. So that's an easy reference for me if I need to find anything for it. I'm not new to this platform as far as shooting, cleaning, field stripping, but I am new in the aspect of doing any type of modifications to it. I've never stripped the 1911 down to bare frame like I have the Taurus 856 or the PSA Dagger from the prior classes. Those are the first times that I've ever taken any firearm down to just the frame. Kind of scared to do it with the 1911, but I'm going to have to, because I do want to do want to polish up the trigger areas and whatnot with that. As far as my understanding of this platform, I'm still progressing in it, and I did do some I did dive deep into some research. Other information that I would put out here is just from the knowledge that I already had of firearms, of pistols, of revolvers, and striker fires and hammer fires. Just kind of stuff that from other classes I've put together and have retained. I plan on furthering my knowledge with this platform, not just the 1911, but pistols in general. I want to continue my learning with them and get as much knowledge about them as I can. So with that will conclude this course, or this week's assignment, and we'll see you next time.